Frazier bringing it up. Bounce pass to Sawyer for three from the corner and score! Left here in the first quarter. Sawyer setting up again for three. Pure! Seconds. Frazier into Saunders. Off the backboard. Yes. Taylor. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Game 2 of our Baltimore County Championship here with the boys 2020. I'm Tim Tooten Jr. with my colleague Jim Rhodes. How you doing, Jim?
I'm great, Tim. How are you?
We're in for a treat tonight as we have Newtown back here in the Baltimore County Championship looking to defend their title against the Woodlawn Warriors. And we're starting here a little. We got a technical. Already a technical foul. Interesting way to start off a game. Interesting. I've never seen a game start off this way, Jim, with a technical foul. I'm assuming it was some sort of a hanging on the rim pregame or something.
Something happened in pregame. It must have been they were dunking on the rim during pregame. I can't imagine what else it would be.
Well, either way, it's still a 0-0 score. Never mind. Tyree Cooper has another free throw. I think I've ever seen a game start off this way. Have you seen anything weird like this before, Jim? In your years of coaching?
Yeah, I mean, I have. Usually it's a uniform violation, or it could have been something in the book. He could have had a player that was misnumbered, or he made a mistake with the starting lineup. Could be a lot of things. You don't know what it was?
It had to be done in the pregame, but that's the only thing you can get.
In the most unique of fashions, Tyree Cooper scores the first points of the game off of a technical. Looks like it was a double technical. So it is 1-0 here. Woodlawn, early lead, starting off the boys' 2020 Baltimore County Championship.
Newtown going zone off the bat.
Solid zone. There's the lefty senior Cameron Downs. High arcing shot and knocks it.
Pretty nice play there by him.
Here's senior guard Robinson bringing it up to the Baltimore County Player of the Year, Andrew Mills. Swings it over to his fellow senior, Kyrie Johnson. Robinson rise fire and knocks it down.
That's why he's a Division I player. I mean, he's going to Dell State next year. He could stroke it from 15 to 20. He got a nice pull-up jumper there.
Very pretty stroke.
I'm really surprised that Newtown's playing zone.
Rice drives. Tremendous defense by Sparrow. Calls the turnover by Kyrie Robinson. And Sparrow over to Johnson. Cross drives underneath. Carter to Sparrow, the freshman. Splash! True freshman Cam Sparrow at 6'3", getting the first points of the game from the outside for Newtown. They lead 5-3.
Just like you said before the game, Newtown shares the ball. They're very unselfish.
There's Dooley Riggs, the big, denied by Andrew Mills, and he lets him know about it afterwards. And the official is not having any of that.
Now, we got a good officiating crew tonight. He went right over to him. He doesn't want anything to happen.
And there's the steal by Carter for Newtown. 3-2. Drives, misses. Rebound by Jordan Allen. Tyree Cooper the other way. He's got him. Jones. And that's the foul on Sparrow. Up and down we go after a minute and a half elapsed here in the first quarter.
Number 10, Sparrow, his first. Cameron Downs at the line.
So Cameron Downs at the line, the 6'1", left-handed senior guard for Woodlawn. Swishes the first one. Cameron Downs was a part of the JV team that went undefeated a couple years ago.
Yeah,
Great.
A bunch of these kids were on that team,
Tremendous.
all the seniors. I think they went 18-0, won the county championship.
And an Aaron
Little
pass.
full court pressure from Woodlawn.
And a travel by Downs. He wasn't able to have full possession of that steal and called for a traveling violation.
Looks like Woodlawn's going full court man. We'll see if they trap out of it.
Cam
They
Sparrow.
let the freshman handle the ball.
Mills comes up empty on the 3. Cooper with a board. A lazy pass there, all tight roping it is Downs. Allen for 3. Yes, sir! Woodlawn with an 8-5 lead. 3 ball by Jordan Allen. Robinson pushing the pace. Mills in and out.
Pretty pass by Robinson there on the break.
And good defense.
I'm sure he and Mills have had a few give-and-go plays like that before, fast break opportunities.
2 seniors for Newtown, and great defense there by Dooley Riggs using his size there on Mills. They're about the same size there, Jim. Downs, long 3 ball, up empty. Riggs with the board to Cooper. Cooper on the 6'3" Sparrow, steps back. No, tip in by Downs. Tremendous athleticism.
That was an athletic putback.
That is 6 points early for Cam Downs. Robinson picks up his dribble, swings it over to Johnson. Allen drives a lane, and a charge. Tremendous charge draw by Emmanuel Rice. Tremendous defensive presence. I saw him do that in a few games against Overly. Willing to give up his body for a charge.
Yeah, that was a great play. I think they went 1-3-1. He's already played. They played half court man. They went full court man. Now they've dropped back and played a little 1-3-1 there. Coach Richardson trying to mix things up a little bit. Newtown stay in zone, but they're back to a 3-2 now with Robinson at the point.
Downs splits the zone, loses the handle, and it's going to Newtown. It's another thing about this Newtown team, Jim. They're very active hands on the defensive end.
Oh, yeah. Woodlawn that time, they didn't have anybody in the middle, and I think it was open, but
Cooper showing his hands there, deflecting it, knocking off the Newtown defender, and they have the basketball now.
see, now they got somebody in the high post. They can play out of him.
Here's Downs. Cross-court pass mistake. Stolen by Newtown. Robinson swings it out to Sparrow. No, sir. Rebound. Emmanuel Rice.
I like the confidence of the freshman, taking 2 big threes
The
already.
lefty,
One for
Emmanuel
2.
Rice, showing his stroke from the outside. And Woodlawn out to a 13-5 lead with 3:45 left in the opening frame. It's a little similar start that we saw with Franklin last year, jumping out on Newtown. There's a tight zone there by Woodlawn. Robinson comes up empty. Looked like it was the offensive foul there on Robinson.
Second charge Woodlawn's taken, showing some toughness on the defensive end.
That's something that Coach Richardson, I talked to him yesterday, said about their fundamentally sound team.
Yep.
And on the defensive end, it's all about seeing it, defending it, and reacting.
Yeah, he said like his offense is his defense. That's what everybody feeds off of, or that's what his team's feeding off of.
Dooley Riggs gets in the post, stripped. We got a foul. That's going to be on Sparrow. Cam Sparrow.
Foul number 10, Cam Sparrow, his second.
And that's the second foul, and he's going to go right to the bench there, Jim.
2 on Sparrow. I don't know if Coach will hold him out the rest of the.
Blackman Bush.
I guess he'll hold him out the rest of the quarter. Maybe try to get him back in. I think they really need his shooting to open up the court.
Subbing in is Cam Blackman Bush, senior guard for Newtown, number 0. Jordan Allen swings it out to Cooper. Over to Downs, back to Cooper. Thought about the 3. Allen operating in the high post, top of the key. Finds a shot, in and out. Mills with the board. Twan Carter gives it to Bush. Mills 3-ball. Up short, Cooper with the rebound. On the other end, Jordan Allen swings it to Downs. He's going to try to drive. Traveling.
Violation on Woodlawn.
Even if he did get out of that, there was a lockdown by Newtown there.
Woodlawn's been pretty good against the zone when they filled the high post, but when they have not filled the high post, they've committed a travel and a foul. They had Jordan Allen in there in the high post. I think he might be the key to beating that zone.
And the alley-oop! Oh, it's up high! Comes down hard! Bush to Andrew Mills. And just like that, Andrew Mills is on the board tonight after coming up empty on a few 3-point shots.
That was a heck of an offensive play there.
Now look at the Newtown faithful going, Jim. As we look here at the replay here, Jim, there's the floater right to Mills, rise, and jams it home. Maybe that'll be able to get Andrew Mills going there. As he's come up empty on the first 3-pointers, something that may be able to get him going.
Yeah. I'm really surprised that Newtown came out playing zone. We'll see what happens here if they stay with it. They're such a good man-to-man team. Coach must have seen something when he's watching film on Woodlawn. He does have, some length out there, especially at the top of that 3-2 zone. We'll see if Woodlawn can continue to score against it. And Woodlawn's been changing defenses, trying to mix Newtown up, so we'll see.
Here with 2:22 left here in the opening quarter. Woodlawn up 13-7. And Jim, it looks like Newtown is switching to a 3-2 zone.
Yep. I mean, I think if that's the way Newtown wants to play, with those last couple possessions, where they're getting up and down the court,
Yeah.
they're great scoring in transition.
Tremendous.
They shoot the kick-out threes, and Woodlawn, I do not think wants to get in that run-and-gun game with them. Woodlawn's good, but I think that they want to play a little bit more of a half-court game. I think they want to control the clock a little bit more.
Cooper, top of the key. Dooley at the top of the key. Swings it over to Cooper. Calls him post.
Well,
good ball.
yeah, that
Great
was a
pass, give and go to Dooley Riggs.
Coach went to more of his cutter zone offense there, where he had guys passing and cutting, and he found Dooley Riggs going right down the lane for a bucket there. Oh, there's going to be a foul.
Foul there on Cooper. He was going for the steal there. And that's definitely
first foul on Woodlawn.
Yep, that is their first foul with just 1:55 left in the opening quarter. That's a good stat. Robinson drives sideline, and another offensive foul.
Emmanuel Rice, that's the second charge he's taken.
Giving up his body yet again.
Yeah. Third charge taken by Woodlawn this quarter, 2 by number 15, Emmanuel Rice. Coach Richardson was not joking. His defense is tough from the inside.
1:45 left here in the opening period. Woodlawn up on the defending Baltimore County champions, 15-7. Allen for 3, senior, And splash. Everything falling for the Warriors.
His second three of the quarter, right?
That is correct. And there's Allen hitting the deck for the chairs. Doing it on both ends. Newtown inbounding the ball. That's Blackman Bush. Swings it. Oh, almost stolen. Twan Carter, that's the spot. Comes up empty. Down skies for the board. Dooley hands it off to Downs. Tremendous defense.
Smart by Woodlawn. They didn't have the break. They're going to pull it back out now and run offense. Still got 15 on the shot clock.
Down to 10 with 55 seconds left in the frame. And it's a travel there on Cameron Downs. That's the second traveling call of this game in this quarter. First substitution in the game for Newtown is number 4 with the ball, Stefan Masano, 6'3" senior. And there's Mills out on the wing, drives, and a blocking foul on Woodlawn.
That's number 15, Emmanuel Rice. His first, second.
It's Emmanuel Rice with his first foul. Team second. Marsano floater finds his shot at the free throw line.
Stephanie Marcano.
That cuts the lead down to 9. With 15 seconds, Woodlawn going to hold for the last shot. Johnson on Downs. Swings it to Allen. Fake for the three, shoots it. Rims out, 2-1.
Oh, that's a tough foul there with only 0.7 seconds to go in the quarter.
And that's a second one
It's
right
only
on
their
Cooper.
third, so it's just a side out play.
That's 2 quick ones on Cooper. Valuable ball handler on the Warriors team here. As we got 0.7 seconds left. Blackman Bush puts it up and comes up empty. At the end of the first quarter of the Baltimore County Championship, Woodlawn out on Newtown, 18-9. What a half for Woodlawn there, Jim.
Yeah, great first quarter. I think they did exactly what they wanted to do. The full court pressure, he's really doing it, I think, to force Newtown to take some time off the shot clock. The last time, they didn't even get it across till it was about 22, 23 seconds. So he was able to run it down 7, 8 seconds, gives Newtown a little bit less time to move the ball, a little bit less time to get their offense set up, and I think that's working into Woodlawn's favor.
Look at some of the first quarter highlights of the 3 ball there by Rice. And a tip in there by Downs. Energy and effort really there for Woodlawn on both sides of the basketball. And as you said, really breaking down the zone. Probably the only highlight here from Newtown there, alley-oop there. But again, just really breaking down the zone here for Newtown.
And I think losing Sparrow early in the quarter with 2 fouls, that'll hurt them a little bit. I don't know if he's their best shooter, but he definitely adds a dimension to the offense.
That's right. He has 2 fouls, and Robinson also playing with 2 fouls as well.
I didn't realize Robinson picked up his second.
He got called.
He's got to be careful there.
Two charges. Newtown has possession here to start the second quarter. Mills on the ring. Elbow jumper. Yes, sir.
They're going to need Andrew Mills this quarter if that kind of foul trouble's going on.
Guy he's going to want to get hot for this team to come back from this deficit.
Newtown switched to man.
And there's a jump ball. Very active hands of senior Kyrie Robinson.
Should
Johnson,
be Woodlawn ball, right?
Possession arrow is going to stay here with Woodlawn. That's correct.
Jump ball, Woodlawn maintains possession.
Newtown very aggressive on the ball.
There's Cedric Barnes in the game for Woodlawn, number 4. Dooley travels, and that's a turnover.
On Woodlawn.
Probably not the guy you want to have with the basketball, your center, at the top of the key like that.
Yeah, I mean, in Newtown, that's the key to their man, is they're just going to put a lot of pressure on the ball. They're always in a good defensive stance. They're not trying to steal the dribble. They're just forcing you into errors and mistakes.
There's Mills' 3-ball. Comes up short. The point guard, Carter, with the board. That ball got out of bounds, yep, out of bounds. Going to stay with Newtown. Marcano will inbound it to Bush. Unofficial stoppage. Looks like Cameron Downs has a cut on his arm, so he's going to go over to the bench.
I think he has a little cut on his arm. The referee had him go out to clean the blood off of it. He should be right back in, I'm sure.
And with that, Cooper subbing into the game. He's got 2 personal fouls as well. Carter will inbound it to Johnson.
Games like this, kids are a little amped up, so we get a little foul trouble in the beginning of the game sometimes.
This is the biggest stage
You got some
in
of the
county.
best players on both teams with fouls.
Hard foul by Cedric Barnes as Bush slashed to the cup. He'll
Hard
go
foul
0-2.
there, but it was good basketball play. He was going for the block. Newtown player was going hard to the hoop.
Cedric Barnes.
And the 6-foot senior guard, Cam Blackman Bush, will go to the charity strike for the first time tonight. There's Cameron Downs subbing back in for Woodlawn, and senior Jeremiah Wilson, number 10, getting his first minutes on the floor for the Warriors. Bush calmly knocks down his first. And knocks out his second. And just like that, Jim, Newtown has cut the lead down to 5. Right back in this game. 6:40 left in the opening half.
First, 5 points, 4 points in the second quarter. There's a nice inside
Tremendous
play.
ball movement down to Rice. Just a tremendous feed there by Downs.
Emmanuel Rice, 15, does a great job on the baseline. Found an open spot, cut to the basket. His teammate found him.
And they're swinging it around. Marciano, air ball. Johnson in the right spot. Blocked. Recovers it. Mills, 3-ball. And he's fouled on the
shooting the 3.
That's on Jordan Allen. That's certainly not the foul you want from that far away from the basket.
Jordan Allen, his first. Team's fifth.
So here with Andrew Mills at the foul line. Already has 4 points. Come up empty on a couple of 3 balls. He's looking for 3 at the charity strike and short on the first. Andrew Mills, a sensational athlete. I attended the game against Parkville that they clinched to get to this game. He put up 31.
Oh, yeah.
31 points.
Second free throw was a lot better than the first one there. Didn't quite get it up over the rim on the first one. A little tight. He's played the whole game so far. And with the foul trouble, I'm sure he's going to be in here the whole first half. He's got a smooth stroke. They're going to be going to him, I'm sure, this whole quarter.
It's 2 of 3. 6 minutes left in the quarter. Tremendous pass by Cooper. Allen swinging it to Rice. Drives over Mills. And an offensive foul on Emmanuel Rice. And that's his second foul. That's the 6th, so does that make it a 1-and-1? No, that's one more to the one-on-one bonus. Excuse me.
Each team with some bigger time players here with 2 fouls each.
Marsano spot, no. And that's going to be on Andrew
I think
Mills
you got
for a
Mills
push
with a
there.
push
Yeah.
off inside.
Looks like that's going to be his first of the night, personal foul.
Number 33, Andrew Mills, his first, team 7.
And that's the team's 7th foul. And that's going to make it a 1-on-1 with Emmanuel Rice at the charity strike.
Emmanuel Rice at the line.
He certainly put a good quarter and a half of basketball tonight, Jim, with charges and spot shots in the paint.
Yeah, like I said, the kids are jacked up a little bit. They're playing at Towson. It's a county championship game. Now, both teams have a lot of experience. Woodlawn has a lot of seniors that have played in some big games. Newtown was here last year and won the championship. But they're still, they did not play each other in the regular season. They're excited. So just a little bit of, I don't know, I guess extra tension in the players. It's always going to happen in big games like this.
And there's the alley-oop looking for Mills. He's passed it to Twan Carter. No.
But boy, Newtown, when they run the break, an offensive rebound like that, that's impressive.
Truly a sight to watch both teams in a transition game.
Yeah. That's at least Cam Bush's second or third big offensive rebound where he's just come flying out of the guard spot and chasing those boards down.
And Emmanuel Rice has picked up his 3rd foul.
Yep, 2 quick ones there.
Second foul is on number 10, Jeremiah Wilson, his first.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, that was on Jeremiah Wilson, not Rice.
Okay, it wasn't on Rice.
No, so they called that
Okay,
on Wilson. That's his first. And for the 1-and-1, Bush knocks it down.
That's good for Woodlawn. They need Rice in there to rebound.
And for the first time since early in the first quarter, Cam Sparrow, the freshman, is making his way back onto the floor for Newtown. Number 10. So look back to Bush, looking to sink down. The second comes up empty. Rice on the board.
Here
Go
goes
the other end, Downs. Pass, swings it.
Everybody on Woodlawn's team touched the ball, I think, on that possession. They came down, went baseline, kicked it out, swung it all the way back around. Just had a little turnover there, just traveling a baseline, but I love the way they share the ball also.
If we look at both teams, Jim, they've been on this stage before. Woodlawn won in 2016 against your Hereford Bulls.
Yep.
And they beat Dundalk just 2 years ago in 2018.
Yeah, that's right.
So 2 strong pedigrees, as Newtown won last year. And they beat Woodlawn in 2016 as well.
They just tried to double Mills from behind. Cam Blackman Bush was open there under the basket. They just missed him. Woodlawn rotated over and got a hand on it.
There's Mills in the post, dominating Allen, and scores.
That's where I think Cameron Mills could be so effective, is just going inside, shooting that little turnaround jumper. He's so big and strong. He's got nice touch.
Whenever I see something like that, I just call it old school sky hook. Playing with his back to the basket like that. Rice for 3, blocked by Sparrow. Riggs has it, and he's got a jump ball, and that's going to go to Newtown. Just a tremendous job there by Sparrow, coming in for the jump ball to tie up the big man, Dooley Riggs. Jim, it seems like with each possession, Newtown is gaining more and more momentum, cutting right in this lead. They're only down 3 points.
Woodlawn playing kind of a flat. No, they're
Johnson off the glass.
Woodlawn's going matchup zone. It's a little bit.
And when that Coach Bobby Richardson is going to call a timeout and talking over with the fellas as their lead has been shrunk all the way down to 1 point with 4:17 left here in the second. As I mentioned before, Jim, Newtown was really Woodlawn's quarter in the first. As here in the second quarter with about 4:17 left, they really took it over this quarter. They were down as many as 9, cut it down to 1, and momentum is certainly in their favor.
I think Woodlawn's got to get Tyree Cooper going a little bit. He hasn't scored yet, I don't think. And I know he has 2 fouls, but I think if they can get him the ball a couple times to get him going, I think they can get back on track offensively. But I told you, when Newtown went man, they put so much pressure on the ball. It's tough for anybody to run offense and get their guys shots. And I'm sure they have their best defender on Cooper when he's out there. Right now, he's still out. He's got 2 fouls. Nope, he's back
in the game now. Good. Newtown's been also closing out on a 3-point shot that fell for a couple times.
Sparrow had the block in the corner.
Yeah. Cooper. And there's a reach there on Johnson for Newtown.
See, I think Woodlawn did exactly that. Got the ball to Cooper, taking his guy to the basket, trying to force some action. Got fouled. Now he's going to the line, shooting 2. 1-1, sorry.
Very crucial 1-1 here for the Warriors. And it comes up empty. Cam Sparrow with the board. Bush drives down the lane. Rice getting another charge.
Emmanuel Rice taking 3 charges.
That's his third one tonight.
That is impressive.
That's truly the definition of just selling your body out for the team there.
I don't think any of them have been contested by Coach Wise at Newtown either. All 3 great plays by Emmanuel Rice.
Was that foul on Cam Sparrow? I think that's number 3 on him.
Yeah, if that was on Sparrow, that's his 3rd.
3:45 left here in the opening half. Dooley coming up to the screen. Cooper on Mills. Tough job. Ultra shot by Mills.
Right to Cooper. Unfortunately, they didn't get anything out of it.
This Cam, freshman drives
baseline there.
and turns it over to Downs. Cooper corrals it. Pass to Riggs. Big man comes up empty. Mills has it. Loses the handle. Downs has it. Cooper calls for it. 1-on-1 against Tarter. Cross to Allen for the foul line. Yes.
Nice pass by Cooper there, and Allen hit the little foul line jumper.
And that bucket right there ends quite a long drought for Newtown, Jim.
Woodlawn, long drought.
Extremely long drought. Cooper. They're going to call that a 2-pointer for Johnson. Foot was just inside the line.
Who's it 2?
Rice trapped.
You got the trap at midcourt.
They call that a jump ball.
Jump ball. Should be Woodlawn's.
And that's going to stay with Woodlawn for their jump ball for their possession arrow. Jordan Allen with the ball. Almost stripped there by Johnson, and a foul on Johnson. That's 2 quick ones on Kyrie Johnson.
You got to love the defensive pressure Newtown shows, though. They are so tough.
They bring the intensity on every play. I think it's safe to say they definitely mirror each other, both teams, with their defensive intensity. So Jordan Allen at the charity strike. hits the free throw. Woodlawn nursing a 2-point lead, now 3, as Allen is successful on both free throws. And he's got 10 points here in the first half. Cam Sparrow cross. And that's going to be a foul as he tripped in the act of shooting. And that's going to be on Rice. That's number 3.
Number 15, Emmanuel Rice, his third, team's 8th.
Both teams getting in serious foul trouble with their key contributors. Sparrow misses his first. So number 10, Jeremiah Wilson subbing back in for Woodlawn. And number 32, Jarrell Johnson is subbing in for Newtown. The 2-sport star, he'll be taking his talents to UMass for football next year. Number 32, Jarrell Johnson. Sparrow gathers himself and knocks down the second free throw, 1 of 2. And picked a pocket by Bush. Lays it nice. Oh, he missed! Sparrow with a rebound. Second chance for Bush. No! Johnson and the foul.
2 big offensive rebounds there after he missed a layup.
A very rare miss layup there for Newtown. The iron was very unkind to Bush. Nevertheless, Newtown at the foul line. Number 32, Jarrell Johnson shooting 2. Knocks down the first.
Just came in off the bench, got a big offensive rebound, fouled on the putback. See if he can knock down the second one. 2 for 2.
And with that, with just over 2 minutes left in the game, we are tied at 25.
Newtown's going to try to pick up the pressure a little bit more.
Difficult pass there. And a double dribble on Jordan Allen. Marcano with excellent pressure there on defense. Calls the turnover.
Woodlawn did a nice job getting through the pressure there. Just a little miscue on the baseline. I thought Wilson did a great job getting through there.
There's
Might
Bush.
have been another charge.
Carter with Cooper draped all over him. Bush, Sparrow looking for the 3, swings it to Carter, fires. Yes, sir! Twan Carter, automatic from 3-point land. He contributes his first points of the game. And that gives Newtown the lead. 28-25, 1:10 left. Wilson drives the lane, right hand, rebound by Dowds, and draws the foul. That was a tremendous rebound by Dowds. He jumped out of his shoes on that one, Jim.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
goodness.
how about the layup beforehand? That was something else.
That would
I
have
don't
been
even
real
know how
pretty
he
if
got
that
that
would have
up on the
dropped.
glass.
If
It
that would have
almost went
dropped,
in.
I don't know how he did that with the under right hand there.
Yeah.
That would have been a beaut if that went in.
I think we're in for a great second half here.
We're certainly in for a barn burner of the fans here at CQ Arena for both teams. We're in for a treat so far. And Downs knocks down the second free throw, 4 for 4 from the line here in the first half.
19 fouls already this half.
1 minute remaining in the half.
I'd be willing to bet there'll be a lot less fouls in the second half. I think they're going to clean it up. I think we're going to have the same intensity and all.
Off the missed
But
three
I
by
think the kids will
Sparrow.
settle down. They're going to play a much cleaner second half, I think.
And the jump ball possession arrow to the Titans. 51.9 seconds left in the half. Bush with Allen draped on him. Over to Carter as they swing it around the key to Marsano. Barnes over to Carter. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Marsano. Tremendous defense by the Warriors. Bush trapped, almost knocked away. Carter, 3-2, spell, 3-ball for the shot clock. Comes up empty.
Great defensive possession by Woodlawn.
And another defensive play there by Woodlawn. Newtown's Marcano, in and out.
That 3-ball was halfway down. I can't believe that didn't go in. Twan Carter, he just hit one a few seconds ago.
That was Blackman Bush on the rebound. See who the foul that is on Woodlawn. That's on Dooley Riggs, his first.
Number 34, Dooley Riggs, his second, team's 10th.
And the team's 10th fouls. We are in the double bonus here in the closing moments of the first half. Johnson back at the charity strike and misses. Newtown is nursing a 1-point lead.
Jarrell Johnson making his presence felt on the offensive glass. Fouled twice now, both times on offensive rebounds.
It looks like we got a lane violation. Or was it a foul?
Another foul on the offensive rebound after the free throw.
Yeah. That's the second foul on Cedric Barnes. 2 quick fouls. Twan Carter, the 3-point specialist at the line, knocks down his first. Twan Carter looking back down his second free throw, 3-point specialist. And knocks it down. Ten seconds and counting. Last play of the half. Cooper bring it up on the court. Swings it over to Downs. Takes the 3 lefty. No. And that's how the first half will end here at CQ Arena. Newtown battles their way back, and they lead Woodlawn at halftime, 30-27, Jim, and a very highly contested first half.
Yeah, it was a
what
very
we were
good
expecting.
game. Yeah, very good game so far. Just a lot of foul trouble on both teams. Woodlawn has 4 guys with 2 or 3 fouls, and Newtown has 3 guys with 2 fouls, including their star, Martez Robinson. Didn't play a lot in the second quarter. Might not have played at all. I'm not exactly sure. So foul trouble, I think, is a big story in the first half. But second half, I think we're going to come out. It's going to be a great one.
Certainly have done a great job of playing without Martez Robinson. All the other pieces collecting, with Mills struggling a little bit, but finding his footing here in the second quarter. You know, something to look forward to in the second half of both teams. And going over to the Woodlawn side, they came out fire blazing in the first half, in the first quarter, knocking down 3s. Again, just got in foul trouble and knocking some shots down, some key defensive possessions on defense as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think for Woodlawn, they attacked the zone really well. They were ready for it. They did a great job. Newtown went man, put a lot more pressure on the ball. I'm pretty sure Coach Richardson will clean that up in the second half, and they'll make some adjustments and figure out how they're going to attack it. They started to do a little bit better job getting to the basket. Newtown's very spread out defensively, putting pressure on everybody. So you saw they gave it to Cooper at midcourt. He was able to try to get into the lane and try to make some plays for other guys, and I think that'll be important in the second half.
And with that, we'll start here at halftime. Newtown up 30-27. We'll be back for the second half.
The history of Maryland lynchings are not known by many. In 1885, a teenager was hung right in front of the old Towson jail after he was accused of assault and rape. Now, historian Jennifer Lyles visited grade 8 students at Loch Raven Technical Academy who are taking a juvenile justice class. Working with the Maryland Lynching Memorial Project, who produced a short film, wanted to share their research of his death.
Howard Cooper was lynched at the Towson jail in 1885 after being accused and committed to the jail for the rape and assault of Katie Gray. He and Katie Gray both deny that she was raped by him, but that an assault did occur. He was awaiting his appeal papers to be filed for a Supreme Court appeal for the violation of his 14th Amendment. A mob showed up that had been following him since the beginning of the crime accusation and pulled him out of jail and lynched him to a nearby tree.
Couldn't imagine how he was feeling at that time, having something around his neck, being dragged out of a jail cell, and then to put the cherry on top when she revealed that he was actually 15 years old. I was I was shocked, and I couldn't imagine, and not having a familiar face to look at while he was being hung was just like I couldn't imagine the pain that he was going through.
What we are hoping for is not only to bring this to the public attention, but to help people understand how it continues to influence us, why it's important to address. You know, Brian Stephen talks a lot about truth and reconciliation, and he says that truth and reconciliation are sequential. You can't have reconciliation until you know the truth. So we feel it is our job to try and make sure that people know the truth, acknowledge it, even though it's very difficult.
When I saw the documentary, I just realized how far our juvenile justice system has come, because now juveniles are rewarded with the 14th Amendment. Not really rewarded, but we now are granted the 14th Amendment. And back then, he was not at all. He was 15, and if this happened now, he wouldn't even have been waived to the adult court. And so for him to be sentenced to death alone, like without the lynching part, but for him just to be sentenced to death is very cool and unusual. And then for justice to be taken into the people's hands, there's a reason that the criminal justice system is in place. And so for them to just take it into their own hands was extremely unfair.
Miss St. Pierre's juvenile justice class began a project that explores cases where juveniles were lynched, starting with Howard Cooper.
Why is it important that this is not a single story? When I was provided with the connection to Miss Lyles, the public historian, we started going back and forth in an email chain about what had happened to Howard Cooper. And we started talking about, well, why would this be important for kids to know? And then what could kids do as a result of this? And because I believe so much, especially in middle school, sometimes students' voices are overlooked because they can't vote yet. But they have a powerful voice for change. They believe the change is still possible, and that's what's powerful.
These middle school students are working on a presentation to share with other American history classes, while other students are working on different ideas that will go in the memorial, and they are writing a letter to a legislator to see if they can get his conviction exonerated.
I think it's helpful for other people to see how inhumane that our culture has been.
And I think it's really important that we dig deeper and that we really see how unjust society was back centuries ago and how it relates today. Back then it was lynching, now it's police brutality. Everything really connects, and it's important to learn from the mistakes from the past and to connect them to today.
I think that one of my most important relationships growing up when I was younger was with my trumpet. My trumpet's name was Precious. My trumpet was my all, my go-to for keeping me out of trouble, for helping me feel better when I was sad. It helped me make money to get through college, and it gave me some positive outcomes and things to do as a teenager and as a youth. I was a troubled youth, so I spent time in juvie. I had a PO from 9 to 15. You know, I was going through some things in my life, didn't have a father, had my sisters, my moms, my grandmother. But I noticed that by 10th grade, I wasn't in trouble as much. And then my middle school band director stayed in touch with me, so he ultimately became my father, or a father figure. And then Ronald Kearns, my high school band director, who kept me out of jail in 9th grade, supported me and gave me what I needed to move forward. So it inspired me to want to give back to the community, because at my school at Douglas, it was a music school. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, I can be a musician and create albums and have a legacy, but that legacy will only last as long as the album lasts. Or I can have a longer legacy by going back to mentor and teach. What motivates me to keep me going? I would say my older students. And to make it real simple, one of my kids, he's in Georgia, the country of Georgia, he called me. I had spoken to Raphael Tate in about 15 years. He's got albums out, he's a big-time performer. 2 weeks later, Keenan Schultz calls me from California. I had spoken to him in 13 years. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be where I am. Thanks for raising me in high school. Thanks for being there for me. So that reminded me that what I'm doing is bigger. What I do for my kids now is life transcending. It's going to take them further. So that it just keeps me motivated to come in here and make a difference in these kids' life. One of the best parts of my day with my students, I challenge them every day, musically, mentally, socially, academically, and physically. So normally when they get something, a new challenge from me, is if the light comes on. And then they're so excited when they get it. They jump, they scream, they're just happy. And for me, that makes my day, because it makes me feel comfortable that I know I'm doing the right thing and trying to move them forward. What I do with my kids now is I always tell them is what I'm teaching you and what I'm giving you, you won't understand it now, not until you become an adult. So the lessons, the speeches, the talks, the eating right, the staying focused, the discipline, the knowing your surroundings, knowing how to study, that's why I continue to do it. It's just planting those seeds now and then watching those seeds grow and flourish to something great as they become adults. And then they remind me that I am doing the right thing for the right reasons. My name is Hugh Barnes, and this is why I teach.
I teach human geography.
Newtown. Mills. Mills with 8. And Woodlawn. Didn't Jordan Allen have, he had 10, right?
Mills was leading with 8 points, leading scorer for Newtown in the first half. And then for Woodlawn, we had Allen with 10. So not a lot of scoring, defensive game. But again, that calls because of the foul troubles we mentioned in the first half.
Yeah, I think foul trouble is the name of the game in the first half. I'm looking forward to the second half. I think both teams will make some adjustments. I think it's going to be a good second half.
Much cleaner, crisper basketball game in the second half. With as well as Woodlawn has played, what do you think it's going to take for them to take the lead here and possibly win against a tough Newtown squad?
You know, I think the officials adjust to the game as well. They'll feel it out in the first half. They see what's going on, and I think they want to make sure they have control of the game. And I think here in the second half, I think you're going to see them allow the kids to play a little bit more. I mean, I thought they did a great job. I mean, those charges by Rice were great calls, but I do think I think everything's going to settle down. I do not think we're going to have two teams in the double bonus so early like we did in the first half.
Woodlawn has it here to start the second half. Dooley swings it to Carter. And lost the handle. That's going to go to Newtown on the first possession.
That's the way to beat the Newtown pressure. You have to be able to put it on the deck and get to the rim. And they, just like in the end of the first half, they're going to give it to Cooper, I think. Oh. Knocked out of bounds.
There's Downs looking to get two the other way. Carter to inbound the basketball to Martez Robinson. Hopefully can stay out of foul trouble. He's got 2. Mismatch. Comes up empty. Rice with the rebound. Over to Cooper. Cooper to Allen. Downs from the foul line. Rebound by Riggs. Looks like he stepped on the line out of bounds. Going to go to Newtown. Two minutes gone by. No points.
They're going to go
scored.
pick and roll with Robinson and Mills. Pick and pop.
And excellent defense there by Woodlawn. Allen with the steal. Rice has it. Swings it over to Cooper. Right at the foul line. Just short for Allen. Jump ball. And it's going to, looks like it's going to Newtown. It was a good shot there, Brown. He just came up short there.
Yeah, he had a couple of those in the first half. And you see they flashed him up in the high post there. Cooper had some pressure on him, and he found him wide open. Just missed it, a little short.
Mills swings it to Cooper. High arcing 3. Yes!
Steph and Marcano, they ran a little double screen away for him, set it up nice. He came off that and elevated for that sweet 3-point jumper.
Carter's just a lethal 3-point shooter from the outside. Rice backing down Carter. Riggs drives and lays it off the glass off of Mills. Tremendous post move there by Dooley Riggs. Got it. Oh my, that's Rice's 4th personal. Now he's got to play smart. Play without fouling. Johnson misses the 3. Rice with the board.
Coach is trying to get Rice out of the game. He's got somebody at the table coming in. All right, he's going to be able to do it now.
That's an offensive foul. That's going to be on, I think that might have been on Cameron Downs. Yep, on Cam Downs. That's his first person.
Hate to see a young man pick up his 4th foul so early in the 3rd quarter. He's played such a great game, defensively especially.
That's something that could hurt them down the stretch. Robinson, double teamed by Downs and Allen. Sparrow almost stripped away by Downs. Through the contact. Mills up strong and 1. Baltimore County Player of the Year, Andrew Mills. That's more the Andrew Mills we're used to seeing, Jim.
Mills at the line, shooting 1.
And converts the and 1.
He is a very good free throw shooter, too, and he gets a lot of them. So strong going to the basket. You see the Newtown pressure forcing Woodlawn almost all the way out towards half court.
Wilson drives the lane, takes it to Riggs. Aired shot. Robinson with the rebound. He's looking to push it in transition. Johnson drives baseline, blocked by Riggs, and that's going to stay here with Newtown. Tremendous play there by Riggs. Timeout. Derek Wise, the second-year Newtown head coach, wants to talk it over with the fellas. Here with 4:35 left in the 3rd.
Almost halfway through the 3rd. Newtown's been able to stay out of picking up any other cheap fouls here this quarter. I think that's going to be the key for them. And Rice going down. He's got 4. They're going to need him back in the game.
That's a big hurt for Rice, as he's one of their key cogs on defense. Newtown with a 7-point lead. Both teams thus far, Mills is starting to find his groove on offense. And as you mentioned, the Newtown press is really making it difficult for Woodlawn to get any points for them.
Yep. Mills had the and one right there. We'll see what they do coming out of the timeout here on the out-of-bounds play, whether they try to set up a 3 for Robinson or Morcano, or if they try to go inside to Mills.
Robinson will inbound the ball for Newtown.
Woodlawn playing zone on the out-of-bounds. They run the lob to Mills.
Tremendous defense there. Dooley lost it. And there's a foul. It's on Newtown. And that's on Andrew Mills. And that's his second foul.
They ran a little back screen lob play there for Mills, trying to get.
That was a tremendous job there by Riggs, holding his position there on Andrew Mills. Alter in the shot. And there's Allen for 3 in the corner. No, finds the miss. Downs backed in on Sparrow. Knocked away by Carter, and he goes right into the coaching staff of Woodlawn.
Number 2 for Newtown, Stefan Marcano. He's a tough kid.
Oh, you mean
He will
Twan
get
Carter,
after.
number 2?
What's
Carter,
that?
you said number 2?
Yeah.
Or
Or,
you mean
I apologize.
number
Yeah.
4? Downs over to Wilson. Riggs with the pick. That is denied. Cooper, corner 3. No. Robinson skies high for the board. Carter, 3. Yes!
Great defensive play on one end, comes back and hits the big 3.
Carter is lethal from beyond the arc.
Such a good on-the-ball defender, too.
Downs drives through the contact, in and out. Carter with the board, and that's an errant pass, and that's going to go to Woodlawn. Newtown faithful does not like that call. 3:25 left in the third. Newtown, the lead is ballooned to 10.
Yeah, Woodlawn needs a bucket here.
And another one of their droughts. And that's a good way to end that drought. Get a foul, and that's on Cam Sparrow. That is number 4 for Cam.
4 on Sparrow.
And he's walking right over to the bench there.
You see they ran Wilson off the double baseline, or the double screen on the baseline there, trying to get him a 3. Sparrow closed out, just got a little bit too close, got his hand on the bottom of his arm, called the foul.
And Wilson knocks down his first free throw. And comes up empty on the second. Robinson on the rebound. Woodlawn playing some man-to-man. Johnson drives. Carter, 3. Fire away! Twan Carter with his 4th 3 of the game.
He is in fuego.
He's turning into Darrell Collins of last year, Jim.
I know.
In the second half as well.
He's
Another
just playing
3.
a great second half.
And Cooper breaks the press empty and draws the foul. He's going to go to the line for 2. Let's see who this foul is on. And that's going to be on Andrew Mills. That's number 3. Third foul of the half for the team. And the iron unkind to Cooper.
You can see the rest of the Newtown team feeding off the energy from Marcano. I'm really impressed.
Just a tremendous job. Just giving them a huge lift is Twan Carter, hitting these 3 balls here in the second half, really pacing them with their defense as well. As Cooper comes up empty on the foul line for that trip, 0 for 2. And here's the sizzling 3-point shooter. Carter swings it to Johnson. Back to Carter inside the foul line, comes up empty, and he's going to get called for an over-the-back foul. That's his first personal of the game. Team's 4th foul of the quarter.
A little full court pressure by Newtown.
Robinson on down. Hit it off his knee, stolen
by Robinson.
Robinson, yes.
So smooth.
And it's going to be a timeout by Woodlawn.
Coach Wise held him out, the whole second quarter. He's come back in, done a nice job here in the second half. Picks up a big steal and a layup there. Very smooth, very under control, poised. Does a great job.
And this
Delaware State's getting a heck of a player there.
And here's some of the highlights of Twan Carter. 3-ball after 3-ball. Rise, fire, just the flick of the wrist, splash. He's really paced this team in the third quarter as well. So you said some of his on-ball defense has really been good to lift them here in the second half.
Yeah, he's really lifted the team up defensively, putting a lot of pressure on the ball, making it hard for Woodlawn to run their stuff.
Woodlawn, again, they're going through another drought. It's really hurting them here in the second half when they really need points in the offensive end. They're not getting it done at the free throw line. Cooper just missed 2 at the foul line. Wilson hit 1 of 2, and they're just not getting any points on any of their possessions.
I think Woodlawn's got to get in the lane, put it on the deck. They've got to get by that initial wave of defense. And instead of trying to get all the way to the rack, pull up and start shooting that mid-range jumper. I think that's what's open right now.
And there's Cooper breaking the press. And he's stripped. And we got a foul.
Right there, they were able to break the pressure.
It's on Cam Blackman Bush's second foul. And Cooper misses another one. He's 1 of 6 from the foul line tonight. 6 key misses for Cooper. But makes this one.
That one was pure. He's too good of a shooter to shoot 2 for 7.
And Allen, they're bringing the press. Jordan Allen
Woodlawn going full court pressure. You can see him turning it up a notch.
Robinson picks up his dribble. Wow. What
Nice pivot, front pivot,
play.
turn all the way around, knock down that little 12-footer.
That was a tremendous ball fake and body control for that shot by Robinson. The Delaware State commit. Downs for 3. No. Rebound by Blackman Bush. And looks like they're going to call over the back or Jordan Allen. I think that's his second. Team's 4th. Inbound. Tied rope by Robinson. Johnson to Bush. Lays it. No. Partially blocked. Cooper. Pocket picked by Bush. Robinson. Slick pass to Johnson. Back out to Twan Carter. 3-ball. No. Rebound by Wilson. Downs on the other end. Carter. Almost had a steal. What great hustle by the 4th-year senior, Twan Carter.
We got some up and down action going there.
If he would have knocked that 3 ball down,
If he would have knocked the 3 ball down.
the gym would have lost their minds.
Yeah. It was a great shot. Perfect play.
Tremendous, tremendous.
Just missed it. See if Woodlawn can get a bucket out of this out of bounds play.
Allen for 3. No. Bush with the board. Johnson hands it off to Martez Robinson. Wilson. Quick crossover, stripped, loses the handle, Downs has it, gives it to Cooper, lays it off, yes. The drought ends for Woodlawn.
That'll help Woodlawn. Get them a little confidence here at the end of the quarter.
And Bush breaks the initial press, drives. Robinson for 3, no. Rebound by Johnson. Carter into Robinson, and they're going to call a foul on Woodlawn with 27.4.
Foul number 34, Julie Ray, 6'4".
So inbound pass.
Last time they ran a little alley-oop for Mills. This time they're going back to the inbounder, Robinson.
Tremendous shot by Robinson right at the foul line.
Nice mid-range jumper there.
He's got 8 points in the game. Woodlawn will hold for the final shot with 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Picks up his dribble. Wilson from way out. Bang!
Big shot for Woodlawn.
Big 3 ball by Wilson. And at the end of 3 quarters of play, Newtown leading Woodlawn here in the Boys Baltimore County Championship. 48-36.
A couple buckets there by Woodlawn towards the end of the quarter. Give them a little confidence. They're down 12. Get it under 10 with 4 minutes to go, and then you have a chance.
Now as we go in the fourth quarter, if you're Bobby Richardson, when do you put the 4 fouls of Rice back in the game?
I think they got to put him in right now. You got to give Riggs a blow, get Rice in, and you can change him in and out, offense and defense. You can put him in, use the clock, use the timeouts. He has 3 timeouts left. Use all the change of possessions. But I think you need Rice in there on the defensive end.
And with Woodlawn down double digits here in the last frame, what do you think it's going to take for them to at least we're going back to square one here in the fourth quarter? The title is on the line, fourth quarter, and they got Mills and Robinson, and the way Twan Carter is playing, there is outside shots. What's it going to take for Woodlawn?
Yeah, Newtown's picked up, and you knew they were going to score. They can shoot the ball. Marcano hit a couple threes. Mills scored, and Robinson just played his normal, steady, unbelievable mid-range game that he has.
Very, very under control for the senior
very
guard.
under control. Super poised. Really impressive.
Wilson will inbound it to Downs.
I think Woodlawn, they got to get to the deck. They got to shoot those kick-out threes, and they got to knock one down. They got an offensive rebound there.
Getting the board and scoring. Here's the end of the half. What are the big 3 ball?
I don't think they have to panic, though. I think they can just play one possession at a time, try to get a stop and a bucket and get back in the game. On the other side, Newtown, every time they score, that's one more basket.
Twan Carter,
closer
3
to the
ball.
end.
Bang! Wow. 5th 3 ball of the game for Twan Carter. Somebody's got to get a handle on this man. And even then, had a hand on him, still knocked down the 3.
I'm impressed. He's had a heck of a second half.
Wilson, 3, fielding it. In and out, the iron unkind to Wilson on that. My goodness. And they're going to call offensive foul. That's on Marcano, number 4 for Newtown.
No, do I have them mixed up? Is Marcano 4?
I believe you. Yeah, Marcano's number 4. Carter's number 2.
I apologize. Twan Carter's number 2. That's my fault. My roster is mixed up. That's what you get when you get a first-time color commentator.
We got a foul here. Looks like it's on. That's on number 3, Martez Robinson. That's his 3rd foul. Team 7th, so that means they're in the bonus. And Cameron Downs will go to the foul line to shoot some ever so critical free throws. Downs is 5 of 5 from the charity strike tonight. He has 9 points on the night. Made some pretty athletic plays in the paint on the glass. And subbing back in for Woodlawn is the big man, number 34, Dooley Riggs, as he matches up with Andrew Mills. And Blackman Bush got a timeout on Newtown. 6:57 left. Newtown up 51-40. So what have you seen from Newtown tonight that they can hold on and potentially win this game, Jim?
It's their offense. They score it. They have multiple guys that can handle the ball. It's not just a point guard. They've got 4 or 5 guys that can beat the pressure, get it up, find the open man. So Woodlawn's pressure against them, it's hard to do it when you got so many weapons on the offensive end.
And just a tremendous job by their benches. You mentioned in the first half, number 32, Jarrell Johnson, coming right off the bench, drawing some fouls and converting at the foul line, using his size at 6'5" to get some boards and to help when Mills was in, give Mills a blow on the boards as well.
And he was able to spell Mills for a minute or two, get him a blow. And now in the 4th quarter, Newtown's a little fresh. They're ready to go.
Contributing some very valuable minutes.
Very valuable.
Bush hands it off to Carter. 3-man weave action. Robinson just outside the foul line. 3-point line, and knocks it down. And he's got 10 points.
All 2s for him, right?
That's correct. Marcano with some pressure, and they're going to call him for a foul. It's his 3rd personal. And the 6'3" freshman Cam Sparrow re-entering the game with 4 fouls for Newtown. Jeremiah Wilson at the line. Still in the bonus, so a 1-and-1 situation for Woodlawn. And again, comes up empty. The charity strike is hurting Woodlawn here.
Yeah, and Newtown has 8 fouls, so, I mean, 2 more and we're in a double bonus. Woodlawn has an opportunity. If they keep getting to the rack, they can score at the free throw line. They got to convert.
Cooper inbounds right to Wilson. Allen steps back and splish. Knocks down the 2.
Nice pass by Wilson out to Allen.
First time we've heard Allen's name called since the 1st quarter. Fast break, Mills from Robinson. He's got 13.
Nice to have a guard like Robinson out there. Made a great bounce pass to Mills. Came right down here, almost got, or I guess he did get the steal, got knocked out of bounds.
Here with 6:04 left.
Going to get Rice back in the game.
Coming back into the game. Valuable defensive piece for the Warriors. Woodlawn with the trap. Wilson. And they're going to call a blocking foul. That's on Wilson. It's his second foul.
Robinson forced that foul because he handles the ball so well. He was able to take it down the sideline, and he forced the Woodlawn defender to foul. The pressure just doesn't bother him.
And there's Mills, 3-ball. Comes up empty. Andrew Mills just hasn't had the same stroke from the outside as he did against Parkville. I believe he hit about 5 threes, which led to 31 points. But some of his damage been done in the paint. Cameron Downs with the basketball, swings it over to Cooper. Cooper calling for a pick and roll. There's a pick, he drives the lane, off the glass, no. Carter with the board. .5:20 left. Robinson through the contact, then call that foul on Downs. It's a second, so that's going to be a 7th team foul, so now they're going to be in the bonus.
That's their Woodlawn 7th, so now Newtown shooting 1-and-1s.
Robinson's first time with a charity strike. Knocks it down. And converts both free throws. Rice brings it up. Over to Allen. Allen picks up his dribble. Rice. Owen Mills. Spins. Allen. Lane wide open. Hesitation. Back to Downs. Oh, Cooper cutting and scores. Newtown on the other end.
Woodlawn still has a chance to get it to 10.
Cam Sparrow. No. Rice with the rebound.
Here's a big possession for Woodlawn. You really got to get it to 10 with 4 minutes to go. It's
Rice, 3-ball, lefty. No. Bush on the board. Sparrow going the other way. And an offensive foul by
4.
Charging by none other than Emmanuel Rice.
4 charges in one game.
My
All
goodness.
4 of them. No doubt about them.
That's number 5. Oh, excuse me, that's number 4.
He's really controlled the paint by taking charges.
Just imagine if he wasn't in foul trouble, he could have potentially greatly
It really hurt him
game.
with him out
really
of the game.
The Warriors. Officials are talking it over. I think Sparrow might have 5, Jim.
I think he does have 5. I think the 2 young ladies that do the books for Woodlawn and Newtown are making sure they agree.
So it looks like they agree he has 4. So if he had 5, he would be out of the game, and he's still in. Very crucial 4:20 left for Woodlawn, down 13. Downs underneath, no. Miss tipped in by Cooper. Johnson with the rebound. Wilson and Downs bring the press, and they convert, and a foul on Carter.
It's a nice move down there by Downs. Just couldn't get that reverse layup to go. They came down here, and he really forced that turnover. Now we got another Newtown foul, and Woodlawn shooting 2.
Junior Emmanuel Rice at the foul line. It's been a major defensive piece for the Warriors. Shooting for the 1-and-1 and gets the shooter's roll. And he knocks down both. And
Knocked them
Mandel
both
Rice
down, so we got 11-point game, 4:08. Woodlawn with full court pressure.
Oh, a traveling
there.
violation. Johnson dragged that foot. Newtown faithful getting a little anxious there. This could be a big momentum boost for Woodlawn if they can convert here. With Dooley Riggs back in the game. Downs over to Cooper. Riggs flashes at the post. Rice goes sideline. Out to Wilson, 3-ball. No. Woodlawn looking for a foul. He might have had a case there. Nevertheless, we continue on. Carter to Robinson. Picked by Mills. Robinson lost the handle. Carter, 3. Lights out. Twan Carter.
Unbelievable, Twan Carter.
That's 6 threes for Twan Carter.
He has had an awesome second half.
And Wilson turns it over. Jimmy probably would have better off going up for the points there, trying to instead of making the extra
I thought
pass.
he should have just finished that one.
And a ginormous 3-ball by number 2, Twan Carter, extends the Newtown lead to 14. And the press is broken. Sparrow 2-on-2. Robinson pulls back. Bush floats. Carter looking to shoot again. What a pass by Sparrow.
Nice pass by
to
Sparrow.
Bush. Tremendous pass. Cooper drives through the contact. No. Tip in by Downs, empty. Mills with the board. Woodlawn is running out of time here with 2:40 left in the fourth. Down 16.
Downs is limping a little bit. I don't know if he tweaked his calf or he just has a cramp there.
Carter, excuse me, what a slick pass. Senior to senior, Robinson to Mills. And Richardson is going to call
Mills
a
got
timeout.
loose there. Yep.
What a delicious dime by the Delaware State commit, Martaz Robinson. The end may be drawing near for the Warriors, Jim. The window is closing. Down 18, 2:24.
I think Downs does have a calf cramp. The trainer's looking at him right now. I know Coach Richardson wants him back in the game right away.
So here with 2:24 left here as we look at the highlights here, Twan Carter on the monitor, 3 balls. His hot shooting has continued from the third quarter here in the fourth quarter, Jim.
I mean, it's just Newtown's ability to score. That's the key. They've got so many weapons. They pass the ball. Robinson, he's the distributor. He doesn't have to score. Robinson has, 12 tonight?
Yep.
But he probably has 5 or 6 assists and no turnovers. He has a nice floor game.
Really filling up the stat sheet in other areas than the points. And by my count, Twan Carter has about 20 points and 6 from downtown. As Jeremiah Wilson breaks up, he shoots the 3 and is empty.
And Newtown's going on a 7 or 8-0 run here. Woodlawn had it
Carter.
to 11.
Oh, my heavens, if that went down. Allen's going to take it the other way, and he scores.
Jordan Allen.
Lead down to 16. And was that touched by Woodlawn? Yes, so it's going to stay with Newtown. .145 left here in the boys Baltimore County Championship here on the campus at Towson University at CQ Arena. Robinson underneath. He does it all.
Yeah, that's one heck of a play there.
My goodness.
Went baseline, perfect body control, jump, stop, pivot. There's that little fadeaway jumper.
There was at least 2 or 3 defenders, and he made that look easy. Mills going the other end. Drive and foul by Jeremiah Wilson. The reigning Baltimore County Player of the Year at the foul line with a rare miss of the charity strike. And by my count, Mills has 15 tonight. And knocks down his free throw. .110 left here in the fourth. Allen drives the lane, switches it to Wilson from the right elbow, and Tim Duncan kisses it off the glass.
No quitting Woodlawn. They're getting after him still. Going to pick up full court. I think that's off Newtown. It's going to be Woodlawn's ball.
Nearly stolen by Downs as he's back in the game.
All Bobby Richardson coach teams, they play to the buzzer. Tip the buzzer. Always play hard. Never give up. Always going to get after it. You got to love that about him. Woodlawn should be proud to have somebody coaching like that and to have kids playing for him that don't give up.
As Bobby Richardson is 18 years coaching at Woodlawn, overall 25 total years at such a fantastic program as the Woodlawn Warriors.
Yep, we've been friends for a long time. When I was at Catonsville and Randallstown before I went to Hereford, he was at Woodlawn. We played each other in the county championship back in the 90s. He's a good friend, great coach, does a nice job. Coach Wise on the other end at Newtown. It's been his second year, done a tremendous job, tremendous. Newtown plays with such poise, control. I think we got 2 great coaches, 2 great teams here in tonight's game. Been very entertaining, been fun to watch and help out at.
And Allen swishes his second. Sparrow inbound. Oh, Aaron pass. Rice.
Off his back.
Euro steps. No. Cooper tries to tip it in. Carter with the board. Over to Mills. Showtime. Throws it down. Goes up high and comes down hard. By my count, that's the second dunk of the night for Andrew Mills. And Jim, I'll tell you, every game I've attended to see Newtown, he gets at least one good jam in there. If
He's got some hops.
If he doesn't get one in, there's something wrong. And the officials are going to call that a technical foul. And Emmanuel
He had
Rice,
to call it technical. He hung on the rim just a little bit too long. It happens.
Rice knocks his first of 2 down of the technical foul. And Rice misses the second.
Number 2, Twan Carter, getting all kinds of high fives from his teammates. He's had a heck of his game. Those guys know it, too. He had 6 threes.
Yes, 6 threes by my count, and then a turnover by Woodlawn as the Newtown fans are excited and getting ready to celebrate a second consecutive Baltimore County championship. And Coach Derek Wise is going to call a timeout. Here, 36.3 seconds left.
They're going to be a tough out in the 2A playoffs, that's for sure.
Certainly, they had an early postseason loss to Edmondson last year. I see a lot more of a seasoned team with a lot more contributing pieces for Newtown, more than just Robinson and Mills. You got Twan Carter, you got Sparrow, you got Marcano, you got the aggressive defensive nature of Cameron Blackman, which we see he's a point guard, and he's going up and getting all the boards here.
They've got the package. Last year, I guess maybe they're just a little young. with Robinson and Mills being juniors, but senior leadership. They've been in a lot of tough games. They played, Edmondson last year lost a tough game at home in the playoffs. I like Newtown's chances.
Their chances to catch a state championship.
With the change in the state playoffs, now we have a state quarterfinal round, which will add some intrigue, I think, to the playoffs, as though each section winner will go and they'll have to play at a home team site. I would assume with Newtown's record, if they win the section, they will probably get a quarterfinal home game.
That's correct, Jim. They only had one loss first game of the year against Edmondson. They've won 21 straight, so they're for sure in line for a #1 seed as they take their shot clock violation here with 4.5 seconds left. .5 seconds left, inbounding it to Woodlawn. And they're just going to bleed out the clock here at CQ Arena. Newtown Titans win their second consecutive Baltimore County Championship, defeating Woodlawn 69-52 and a tremendous performance, Jim.
Yeah, it was a great game, a lot of fun to watch. Twan Carter, awesome. Martez Robinson, tremendous floor game. Cam Mills on the boards, or Andrew Mills on the boards. Great game, great game.
I take nothing away from Woodlawn. They put a good performance as they had a 9-point lead in the first quarter and had a 3-point deficit in the second half, at the end of the first half, and just a solid performance on defense. It was too much Twan Carter and Emmanuel Rice in foul trouble really hamstrung them in the second half.
The foul trouble definitely hurt. It hurt both teams early on. Newtown had trouble too, but Woodlawn's foul trouble really hurt. Rice, he really was doing a nice job in the paint, sat out pretty much the whole third quarter and the start of the fourth quarter. Had to hold him out. He had 4. So. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Hand out some awards.
Yes, as we see, we're getting ready to hand out the hardware for Newtown. Their second.
I'm getting it crap.
Get their second Baltimore County Championship. And this is their second time defeating Woodlawn. They defeated them back in 2016. A tremendous resume for the Newtown Titans as they have 3 state championships and 6 regional championships. A team that has certainly been a force to reckon with as they started the year 0-1 and has won 21 straight games. They will be the #1 seed going into the state tournament, and tremendous performance by Woodlawn as well as Newtown wins the Baltimore County Championship 69-52. For BCPS-TV, I'm Tim Tooten Jr. Everybody have a good night.
Johnson. Twan Carter. Martez Robinson. Stefan Marcano. Johnson. Cam Sparrow. Alonzo Martin. Kyrie Moses. Kobe Mayberry. Ferdinand Levy. Gerald Johnson. Manager, Sydney Summers. Manager, Carmen Johnson. And manager, Rhiannon Harris. Volunteer coach, Jalen Mack. Volunteer coach, Ray Daniel. Volunteer coach, Tony Bigger. Assistant coach, Zeke Marshall. Assistant coach, Taylor Ransom. And head coach of your 2020 Baltimore County Boys